So, in previous episodes, I've talked about the first house where my family lived. We were there from when I was a toddler until basically the end of kindergarten. But during that time, my parents actually divorced and my dad moved out of that house. As far as I know, the divorce was very quick and simple. I don't remember ever being present for like a hearing or a mediation or anything like that. All I remember is me and my dad having a conversation in my bedroom while making shadow puppets and him explaining what was going to happen and that everything would be okay. Neither parent wanted to drag us kids through anything traumatic, so it was decided right away that mom would have full custody, but my dad would have us every Thursday through Saturday. So both my parents were always very involved in our lives, and there was never an instance where we didn't see both parents every single week. And thankfully, there were never any cliche parental battles about it being their day with the kids or whatever. So not long afterwards, my mom and us two kids moved out of that house, and my parents got rid of it. And both my parents were young, and neither of them were making the kind of money separately to buy another house by themselves. So there was a lot of moving around by both parents over the next several years. And just to make things a little bit more unusual, my parents, being so young and having two kids together, did quite a bit of breaking up and getting back together. This happened from the time I was in kindergarten until I was in fifth grade when they would end up getting back together for good and we'd all move into a house again. And I always actually really liked spending the end of each week with my dad. It always felt like a fun sleepover, even though it was every single week and it was just my dad and my sister and me. He worked for the same company for like 35 years, so he almost always had the same schedule and days off, whereas mom would sometimes bounce around from jobs and her hours would change a lot. Dad was always more financially stable, so we saw a lot of movies, we did stuff like mini golf and things like that. Not that he was ever trying to be like the fun parent and win us over or anything, he was just in a better position to do that sort of stuff. But we're going to hop back into chronological order again, and in the fall of 1990, when I was in first grade. We'd moved to a much better part of town, and we were living in an apartment complex that was only a mile away from my school. So for the first time, I had friends my age who I didn't just see at school or at birthday parties, but in my neighborhood and in our apartment complex. My best friend in first and second grade was Benny. He and I were in the same class. He lived with his dad in the next building over from ours. We both loved Ninja Turtles and wrestling and Nintendo, so we became fast friends. He was my sleepover bro. We were on the same soccer team on Saturdays, and we spent unhealthy amounts of time playing Nintendo in each other's living rooms until our parents would force us to go outside and play. And the game that really solidified our friendship was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game on NES. Now, I remember walking through a department store that December with my mom and seeing TMNT 2 on the shelf behind the counter and freezing. And I called out to my mom, "Look, they have Ninja Turtles 2." And I remember my mom stopping, turning around slowly, and audibly saying, I knew right then and there that we were taking it home with us, and I was hyped as hell on the ride home. I asked if I could take the game out of the bags and hold it, and I just read the box over and over again. And I knew it was a port of the arcade game, which I had played a bunch of times in arcades, but it had 2 new levels.
Has improved your favorite arcade game. First, we added 2 new levels, then packed it with bigger, stronger enemies, and a ton of extra foot soldiers. Next, we punched up the action with knockout new attack moves and crime-fighting scenes like the Ninja Castle. If that doesn't swell your shell, we made one more small adjustment. Introducing the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, today's biggest hit. For your NES. Free personal pan pizza coupon from Pizza Hut in every box.
When we got home, my mom called up dad at work and said that, hey, there had been a sudden need to spend some money just before Christmas and that one of my presents was now accounted for. I remember her saying, yep, yeah, actually, it looks pretty awesome. Because I had already opened the box, switched the TV over, and started playing right then and there. Nobody was going to stop me. And holy crap, it was awesome. It looked like the cartoon instead of the strange style of the original game. It had kick-ass music, and you could jump kick. You were fully a ninja this time around. Even given the limitations of the NES hardware, it was a pretty solid port of the arcade classic. I played it obsessively over the next year. And it was the go-to game whenever Benny would come over to play, which was multiple times a week if he wasn't over at his mom's house. We'd talk my mom into ordering pizza, and we'd have ourselves a little Ninja Turtle party on the regular. It was so choice. So I thought it might be fun to give the game a spin since it's been a while since I last played it. So here we go with Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. It came out on NES in 1990. It says Ultra Games and Konami, which is interesting. If you're not familiar, Nintendo had a bunch of rules for game developers in the 80s and 90s, wherein they could only release so many games under the same publishing name per year as a way of maintaining quality. So this has got both Konami and Ultra Games branding on it. It's weird. Benny, if you're out there, this one's for you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you in like 35 years. Yeah, here we go. We're just gonna, like we always do, we'll play until we get a game over. Don't think we're gonna beat it because I haven't played it in a while, and it is a tough game. I'm gonna play as Raphael, not only because he's the best turtle in general, but because he is actually the best turtle in the game. For whatever reason, he's got the longest reach with the power attack. Longer than Donatello's even, which is weird. So, here we go. And man, that music is just baller. I love it. All right, here we go. You're gonna hear the buttons clacking a lot. So if you ever played this game, you know you've got your basic attack, you've got your jump. But if you hit the jump and the attack buttons in a sequence, you get to time it just right, you'll do an attack that kills most enemies in one hit. So you just spam that and it makes the game like 400% easier. And like I said, Raphael has the longest reach. And also the duration of the attack is crazy. Like you can like land an attack or like do the attack and then a foot soldier will walk into it like a half second later and it'll still land. It's crazy. And you can hit multiple enemies at the same time with it, which is, see, it's nuts. But yeah, I would play this game just all day, hours on end, with my buddy Benny. Sometimes I would talk my sister, my dad, or my mom into playing it. Mom never really got into this like she did the original NES game. She's always just more of a platformer, not really into like the beat 'em ups and stuff. So this was just my jam with Benny, or by myself if he wasn't around. And yeah, dude, I just love this game. Ooh, I'm getting my butt kicked. Okay. Get back into a groove here. Whoop. That was cheap. Nice little Pizza Hut advert. If I remember correctly, and I think I am, there was an insert in the game for, like, I don't think it was a free Pizza Hut pizza, but like money off on a Pizza Hut delivery. Back when Pizza Hut was actually good and not a grease bomb that just wrecked your stomach. Back when they actually employed their own drivers too, instead of using DoorDash and crap and hiking up the prices. If you guys haven't discovered or figured it out yet by now on this channel, I miss the 90s. Another staircase. But, I mean, it's Konami, so, like, this game, the sound is amazing, character sprite animations are great, the controls are super tight, everything just feels good to play. And it is punishing, so thank goodness, like, the controls are good, because otherwise this would just be a disaster. Come on. There's that jump attack I talked about. The jump kick. What's also interesting about this is the fact that enemies cannot block this attack. And when you try and attack them with your normal attack, like so, you can still get hit. They can still kind of punch through. They don't get stun locked by it or anything. So just spamming this attack all the time is just the way to get through this game. All right. I think there was a pizza here in the arcade version. As it is, I don't think there's any pizzas at all in the first level, which is kind of rough when you think about it. Just trying to get used to it and like learn the ins and outs of the gameplay, and like you're just thrown to the wolves basically. Oh, that's BS. really wanted to get the stun lock on these guys. Oh, I think maybe there's a pizza in April's apartment. Or office? I don't know if this is her... No pizzas. That's right. We might die on our first attempt against Rocksteady. We'll see. Like I said, I haven't played this game in a long time. So... Also, excuse the mess behind me, I just realized. I'd like to get him with a stun lock. I don't think it's gonna happen. Nope. Alright, that's one life down. Alright, we're almost there. Some of the dopest boss music ever. Oh, come on. What? There we go. It's one down. So if you play 2-player, your additional turtle gets added to all the cutscenes and stuff, which is pretty cool. And it was the same way with the arcade game, I think? Maybe? Possibly? Where you can play up to 4 players, obviously all 4 turtles, and I think... Maybe I'm misremembering it, because it's been even longer since I played... No, actually, I beat the arcade game recently with a buddy. I think it shows the turtles that are playing in the cutscenes, and not just all 4 of them, weirdly. But if that's not the case, like, that's an even bigger, like, come on. Even bigger boon for this game being rad. When I was a kid, I always liked the levels best that had the turtles on street level or like on vehicles. Like this one's got like a skateboarding level. Turtles in Time on Super Nintendo has a skateboarding level and a like a sewer surfing level, and then also the hoverboards in the futuristic level, which is awesome for me. Sorry I'm not Arcus, everybody, and getting through this like super crazy, never taking any hits. Yup, I knew that was gonna... Yeah. Come on. Yeesh, barely missed that. Cool. Always gotta hit the skateboard lady. Me and Benny used to argue over who got to attack the skateboard lady. You did it last time, it's my turn. So stupid. I hope that kid's doing good, man. He was a lot of fun when we were like 8. More Pizza Hut ads. Yeah. Corporate synergy. What's funny is in the movie, which we'll talk about at some point, because it came out the same year as this game. Actually, I should probably do a video about that. I should just get all the Ninja Turtle stuff out of the way early. Pizza Hut was the sponsor for the movie, but Domino's is actually featured in the movie. So I wonder how that played out at corporate meetings and stuff like that. Okay, Bebop is a little bit tough. If I can get him in a stun lock, we will be okay. Ouch. Let's see what happens. Alright, Bebop. Man, I have no timing this game at all anymore. There we go. That should do it. Whew. I'm not worthless. Right. I can't remember if it gives you full health in the next level. Thank goodness. Okay, cool. We will almost definitely get an extra life in this level, and then we'll be in good shape. If I remember, I think if you're in the water, no, maybe it's only at certain points where like missiles. Yeah, there it is. Missiles will fly out of the water randomly all the time, so we used to always just stay up here. And then the monsters will come out of the wall, and we used to stand on either side of the hole and try and beat each other like a whack-a-mole game. But yeah, it's best to get rid of them quickly because they'll move around fast and they'll bite your hand and like lock you for a little bit. It's annoying. Okay, cool. It's funny how much of this is just muscle memory and repetition from having played it so many times. Like, I got my ass kicked in that first level quite a bit because I'm still getting back into it, but I feel like I'm hitting the groove again, which is pretty fun. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Ooh. So I was like, do you brave these gates or do you jump in the water and brave the missiles? Alright, so you get an extra life with every 200 points, which is like a kill basically. So, extra life, cool. And then Baxter's stock, man. You son of a bitch. Be rad if I beat him. I wanted to beat him without taking any hits. That's too bad. Oh well. Rad. That's 3 down. I'm feeling pretty good. Bro, the ladder was right there. Die, non turtle soup. Rest in peace, James Avery, Uncle Phil, and Shredder. We miss you. So this is one of the levels they added from the arcade game into this version. And it's kind of cool. There's like a weather machine that's made all of New York covered in ice and snow. Really, they could have just like waited until like December. Ah. Also, I don't think that there's a river next to Central Park. I've only been in New York once, so I don't know. Ooh. Worst snowplow ever. More Pizza Hut. Dang it. Got him. They must have put rocks in those snowballs. God damn. Ooh. Alright, 3 with 1. That was pretty good. There's another plow. Yeah. It is cool that, like, there's no block button, but you can deflect or destroy projectiles, which is pretty rad. Oh. Need to get good. Sweet. That sucked. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Really? Come on. I think we're very near to the boss now. It's like a big polar bear in a Fonzie jacket. Oof. There he is. He's almost definitely gonna kill me. At least once. Yep, there it is. That's okay. Get some hits in while we're invincible. I don't know if other kids in the 90s used to phrase this the same way, but back when we were kids, and we were trying to figure out how many lives we had left, me and Benny, we would say, we have 2 lives counting 0. So like, you would have this life, and then if you die and lose this life, you would have 0 lives left. So we would always say counting 0. So you start off the game with 3 lives counting 0. We were both okay students. We knew how to math. Cool. That does that automatically. And then, yeah. I love this dope little jingle. Spring is here. I don't know why Shredder and Baxter decided to kidnap April and keep her in a parking garage. But we'll just go with it. Like, they have like a whole ass technodrome. There's a trick to this level. The colored cars won't move unless there's 2 of the same color in a row. And I'll show you when we get there. And yes, these barrels do explode if you hit them. And yes, their blast radius is terrible. What? Oh, and silver cars don't count, so it's only colored cars and only 2 in a row. So you can see now there's 2 blue cars, right? So me and Benny, we thought we were super clever, and there was a sense of urgency. Oh, there's 2 colored cars in a row. Gotta be careful, it's gonna drive out. Like, we were somehow surprised by it every time. I'll talk more about Benny in future videos, but he and I ended up being in different classes in 3rd grade. So we I mean, that tends to happen like when you're in grade school, like the sense, like the immediacy of like being close to the kids in your class kind of takes precedent over anything else when you're that age. So he and I would still hang out at recess. We still played soccer, but I think we were on different soccer teams in third grade too. So first and second grade was really like the heyday of our friendship. Oh no. 2 cars, same color. Really showed your hand there, Konami. But I'll get to it. But third grade, when I was 8, that's when I met my best friend, who I still talk to every single day. He and I were friends from the time when we were 8 years old until now, and we're both 40. He just turned 43. I'm 42. So we have been friends for virtually our entire lives. Like, his mom is my second mom, and like, yeah. Those would be fun episodes to talk about. Because I would go over to his house and do all the fun stuff I wasn't allowed to do at home, like watch rated R movies and camp out in the backyard, ride bikes through the desert and all that cool stuff. Man, this level went quick. Ooh. Dodging ninja stars like I'm Neo up in here. Come on. Is there a pizza? There's a pizza. Baxter's really easy though. Ooh. Okay, now we got him. Get back. I say he's really easy and I'm getting my ass whipped. The trick is you get him back to that corner, he shoots the orbs where he can't get you, and then you just keep hitting him over and over again. There we go. It's over, folks. Bob Baxter. Cool action figure. I liked how he had the additional fly arms. And then he inexplicably had a giant fly swatter as an accessory. Alright, back in our giant house-sized turtle van. And April getting salmonella. Let's get to that secret factory. It's not so secret now. I think this level has the best music in the game. Boom, 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 ba-da-dum, boom, 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 ba-da-dum. I don't know how I remember all this. Hey, Ska Tune Network. You need to cover this as a ska tune. That'd be dope. Do it. These guys are way more dangerous in Turtles in Time. There we go. Whoop. Oh, I should have known better. Ah, I forgot when they drop the bombs, they still explode. You gotta just wait for them to do their thing. Close to another life, though. It's always been wildly satisfying kicking foot soldiers off of motorcycles in Turtles games. There's like a bunch in Shredder's Revenge, which is a great game. It was, in fact, not hammer time. Cheat. BS. Jesus, man. Okay, extra life. Now we have 3 lives, counting 0. We're about to have 2 lives, counting 0. Alright, did it. Yeah. These guys suck. There's just no way to get past that. Come on. There we go. Welcome back, giant house-sized van. Where are you? There you are. Just, why did we not just stop? Why did we get in the van just when it was going to hit a wall? Why did we not just stop? Because now, like, Splinter's obviously concussed to being carried off, and the van is a total wreck. It was just awesome. Apparently the secret factory is just under a highway overpass. Yeah. Same principle as them coming out of the wall. Just wait for them, swipe them. That was terrible. I suck at Ninja Turtles. Alrighty. How are we doing on time? 30 minutes of gameplay? Like I said, we're just gonna go to a game over. There won't be much after this, so if you want to cut out early, I don't blame you. It's just me vibing on Turtles for a while. This level turns into kind of a B later on. The boss is especially difficult, so this may just be where it ends anyway. If you want to keep hanging out, you're more than welcome to. I'll try and keep the chatter to a minimum so you can just vibe on the music while you're working or whatever. This level becomes difficult because robots pop down from the ceiling, and if you don't get them right away, they are kind of squirrely, and they kind of turn into a real pain in the rear to deal with. But we'll see how we do. I can just get in there. Get him. So far, so good. Come on. Right on. Holy crap. Yeah, see, he was right up against the exploding barrel. It didn't even damage him. Ouch. Come on. Leave a comment down below if you remember the name of that vehicle and if you had the toy as a kid. I never had the toy. I always wanted it. I never had the Technodrome either. I bought the reissue when it came out a couple years ago. It's like 75% the size of the original one. But I never owned it, so that was the day that 8-year-old DT became whole. I had the turtle lair, though. I had the turtle van. I had the cheapskate. I had the weird thing that they have the Rat King ride around on in Turtles in Time. That aquatic vehicle. I had a sizable collection. So I don't feel terribly bad about not having had the Technodrome as a kid. Hey, there we go. Because I had everything else, man. I had the blimp, the turtle blimp. My bedroom was ridiculous. Like the closet was like half full of just turtle stuff. Can we blow this thing up? I don't remember if it comes back online. We're gonna go ahead and get the pizza now, because we're at the boss trying to rescue Splinter. My man. There we go. Oh, almost had the stun lock. Ooh, we're doing okay. This guy just takes a bajillion hits because he's made of rock. Alright, just finally flashing. Alright, dope! Alright, Splinter. Yeah. Thank you, my turtles. No kiss from Splinter. Let's defeat the enemy's magic ninja. This is another level that was added specifically for this version of the game and was not in the arcades. And it's a pain in the butt. I have to remember how to beat these guys. Okay. So remember, they jump immediately after you attack them. And I walked right into that. Okay, alright, not bad. Damn, I might have to label this and tag this on YouTube as a long play, dudes. We might get another, like, extra life here. What happens here? Like, there's, like, spikes come out of the ground, like bamboo shoots or something. Nope. Alrighty. Think you can hit the candles? Yeah, just for no reason at all. I really thought that guy was gonna punch me in the ass just now and get a cheap hit on me. I like that guy. Nice. Lame. Oh my god. Let me see if I remember how to beat the tigers. I don't know where it's gonna come from. Ah. Just like, no, I don't remember how to beat them. They're just like the bane of me and Benny's existence when we were kids. No. Damn it. I don't want it to end here. Because, like, even the tail hurts you. It's insane. Come on. And the pain of it is there's two. Oh, come on. This might be where it ends, folks. I don't remember the... I just want to, like, beat the crap out of it. Is that it? Is it just wail on them? Come on! No way. Here comes another one. So dumb. We are now on our last life, counting 0. I don't know, maybe we'll get lucky. Oh man, I don't even remember how to beat these guys. Yeah. Man, this level sucks. There we go. Okay. 5 more points or kills until a free life. I think we're gonna do it. Yeah. All right, Brad. Like a pizza here would be amazing. So like we would have like full strength ready to go for the boss fight, but I don't know what's gonna happen. Probably not. Nope. Oh my goodness. Here comes the boss, and he is not fun. He hits hard too, man. Come on, I just want to beat him. Oh my god! You guys, this is so much further than I really expected to get into this game. This is just nuts. This is awesome. At the high-rise dojo just had a trapdoor straight to the underground where the Technodrome is. We gotta find the Technodrome. Alright, everybody, we did it. Level over. Game over. We won. Ow. There we go. We get points for that? We do. That was worth it. Yeah. Oh. Forgot about that. That's awesome. Dang. Okay. Oh, it's not fair. See, this is what I was trying to avoid in the other level, because they can just wreck you if you are not careful. Super not fun. Cool. Twofer. Love it. God damn it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Rad. We're like 126 points away from extra life. It's gonna end here, but dude, I am so jazzed that I got all the way to the Technodrome. That's cool. And my thumb is feeling it from having to do that weird little like sequence with the buttons. Dang it. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Come on. I want to look up the environments for this game online and see how long these belts are. Belts being the long strip of level that you've progressed through. This might be it. No! Hanging on by a thread. Oh. there's no maneuverability to get. Oh no! Pizza? No, we're gonna go on the elevator and die almost instantly. A bunch of dudes are just waiting for me to get out of elevators so they can just roll giant, oh my god, pizza, giant marbles at me. I hate the dudes with the guns. It's like the range of their attack and the angle just makes them really difficult to deal with. There we go. Come on. That was cool. Sweet. Come over here. Nobody likes you, Rodney. Not doing so hot. Come on. So like the basic foot soldiers, I'm getting my ass beat by them. I don't remember what the boss is here. I think it's General Trag. I'm not gonna beat him. He's, yeah, way too powerful. Way too many hits. Super cheap. Let's go out in a blaze of glory. Ow. Without being shot in the ass by a missile. This is gonna be it, dudes. This was super fun. Thank you guys if you hung out until the end. You get 3 continues. I probably would beat it if I continued. But I don't want to make you guys sit through anymore. You guys, if you're still hanging out, have just been champs. So thank you so much for hanging out and watching me play this game that I still love and I'm apparently still pretty okay at. So thanks again. I still love Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game on NES. I think it's just one of the best beat 'em ups of all time, still to this day. I hope you enjoyed taking a look back at it as much as I did playing it again. And that's going to do it for this episode. As always, tell your friends you love them. And order a pizza tonight.